Hey you guys, it's Cassie. I just wanted to come on really fast and walk you through these two elephant journals that I finished this week. They're both really super cute, tied with vintage ribbon, or lace, sorry, and they each have a tassel that I made out of vintage lace and ribbon. And then this one has some twine in it too. So I wanted to make the tassels as like removable as possible. So I just attached them with paper clips, which you as the end owner of the journal, you can take it off or add something different or attach it a different way. Obviously that's up to you and your creative choice. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys these really fast. I'll start with the Saggy Baggy elephant, which I think is the cutest of the two. Personally, that's my personal choice. I made the tassel obviously to match. I just noticed actually a few minutes ago that it does have a website, so I'm not positive that this is like actually a vintage book. However, it was originally published in the 40s. I don't know, I'll show you the publishing info, which is right here. Original 1947 copyright, which was renewed in 1974. So yeah, anyway, both of the journals also have, like I said, lace closure, which I just attached an eyelet, and so it's not going to pull out, which is great. And I just tied it. I did not sew it. So you can take this lace off, use it in your journal, add a different ribbon, whatever you want to do. By the way, sorry if you can see my legs popping in and out of the frame. I do record in front of a window on this buffet thing that I have in front of my window. It's the best place to record, but it's not very wide, so sorry. Alright, so I'll just go through this one first, which was the second one that I made. Hopefully, well, the whole thing does not fit exactly in the frame, but that's okay. You get the idea. Each one, I did include every single one of the original pages from the Golden Book. The plate has not been written on, so I did not cover it with like a new label or anything. And no library pocket, which if it's a Golden Book that has been written in, I would do that. But since this one hasn't, I really like the inside cover, so I didn't cover it. I did cover this portion of the front and back with a washi tape just so the pages are protected from that eyelet. So each signature has at least 2 pockets, which there are 4 signatures in each journal, so that's at least 16 pockets. I think the big elephant has an extra pocket in one of the signatures. An extra 2 pockets, sorry. But yeah, like I said, I did include all the original pages. I trimmed them down to fit. So, and the main major difference between the two journals, is that on the Saggy Baggy Elephant, I got my sewing machine yesterday. My sweet hubby gave me an early birthday present, and so I actually stitched all of the pockets and all of the pages into the journal using my new sewing machine. So this is literally the first thing I made with my sewing machine, but I've been sewing for years, so the quality should be still very high. So yeah, let's just get started. I did include, just right here in the front pocket, this was like a reproduction of a block print, which I found at a local antique shop. So yeah, they're actually note cards, I think, but I like it as like a journaling spot, so I just included it there. And I'll just flip through the pages kind of quickly. I did include a mix of new and vintage papers, so you should notice the difference, I think. Obviously, the cardstock is new, and then the scrapbooking paper. Couldn't think of the word. This was a vintage ledger sheet. Those huge sheets that I posted, I think last week or the week before. Actually got a ton, so I've been using them in my own journals. This is a receipt. I think it's from like a church, maybe. I got a whole book of them. And then this is like a very old Rook card. I have flashcards and journaling cards and unfinished tags. Everything in this journal is meant for you to put your own touch on. So I try to make my journals as naked as possible so that the end user like has creative freedom, but also has a really nice base to start from. So I don't add a lot of embellishments usually, unless that is the style of the book. And I alternated, like some are stitched at the top and some are on the side. I did include various like vintage tickets throughout. Some index cards scattered. Those are also vintage. And some threads I need to trim. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you prefer like the threads to be trimmed short like this, or do you not care? Like, leave a comment and tell me, because I'm kind of indifferent myself. But obviously I want y'all to be happy with what you buy. So I love this paper. This was from a pack of paper that I found. I don't even remember the name of it, but it had such cute papers in it, so I used a lot of that in this one just because they matched the colors so well. This is another receipt. So anything like this that I'm not pulling out is just like, it's a little journaling card, and so I don't feel like you need to see all of them because they're all kind of the same. Blank on the other side. Just pointing out unique pieces. So these are from a game, Global Pursuit, which was from the 80s, I think. And then that's another ledger sheet. It's from like a daily journal type ledger, spiral bound. And then this was from my lovely friend Barbara. Thank you. So I always try to include like a sweet Happy Mail piece that just, if I go back and watch the video after the journal is found or purchased, I will be able to enjoy seeing those pieces later on. And then this is from a Crazy Eights game. This is just an old thank you card. So you can use this or keep it in the journal. But I thought it was cute, so I put that in there. And from a Bridge School card. Trying not to breathe too heavily in your ear. My phone is literally below my chin, so my tripod. This was like a clearance tag. I got like a stack of them. This was also from that same Happy Mail. Almost to the end. Oh, each book has 144 pages front and back, not including the sewn in original pages from the book. So yeah, it's got plenty of space. Also, that's counting these pocket pages. Well, I don't know, subtract 16 from that, and that should be the correct number of pages. So yeah, as if you're counting the pockets. Anyway, 144 sheets, whether they have pockets or not. This is from the same Trivial or Global Pursuit game. This is a vintage Rolodex card. Yeah, I'm trying to go quickly because I have 2 journals to flip through. But yeah, that's the end. This is from Trivial Pursuit. And there you go. So the dimensions on each book, they each have a 2-inch spine with 4 signatures, and they're about 8 inches tall by 6 inches wide. So I did trim off the original spine, and obviously I trimmed the pages down quite a bit to fit in the journal. So that's the Saggy Baggy Elephant. And I love these tassels because you can just take them off. Like, my current journal has charms attached permanently to it, and I think next time I probably will do this method or something that's easily detachable. Okay, so let's go through the big elephant. So this one is obviously much more worn. It is a 1940s little golden book. In the tassel, I did pinks and blues and that same gray for the elephant. I think that's cute. It kind of ties in this fabric that I used on the spine. Oh, also, each of the spines has a Tyvek layer so that, like, your signatures will not rip out from, at least not from the spine side. Again, I used the washi over where the eyelet is attached, and did not write or cover that. You can see obviously the age of these pages is much more vintage. So you can feel the difference. Like, the other ones are much crisper, more crisp. And these ones are, like, they're not brittle by any means, but you can just tell they've been turned. So yeah, there's that. I did try to include different little ephemera and journaling pieces in each journal. The colors were much brighter in this, like much more varied, and so you'll notice like I used a lot of pages that were really colorful and had just different colors, and so I felt like this worked well together. Again, I did not sew these. Like, I had already constructed and put this journal together by the time my sewing machine arrived. Surprise, surprise. And so they don't match exactly. But on this journal, I did washi. I used washi tape on the edge. So it is embellished a tiny bit. But, I mean, that's minor. So yeah. I used this cute little ticket. I thought that was adorable. This one I included, this is like a very old encyclopedia page. I think also from the 40s. This is a very old playing card. Like, the back is all worn. I like these round paper clips. Those are cute to me. So I'll use some of those. There's more of that scorecard. I'm just going to flip through. It essentially has the same types of papers and the same number of pockets, except this one has 2 extra in one of the signatures, and I'll show you that when I get to it. But I just wanted to show the major differences, which is the washi in this journal and then the stitching in the other journal. So they each have their own form of different embellishments. I did use Fabri-Tac to attach all the pockets and original Golden Book pages, so they're not going anywhere. It's very good glue. This one I included this, which I think is another type of tally for bridge tallies. This is another piece from Sweet Barbara. Thank you. So if you have not checked her out, she is so sweet. Her feed is 49 Butterflies on Instagram and on YouTube. So go check out her videos. She does junk journal with me's, which are fantastic. Like, she goes through her entire journaling process for almost every page she makes, I think. So it's really great, and she just is a really nice person. So okay, so this is the extra pockets that I was talking about. So I had these little pages from it's like all different types of needlework and fiber arts book, and I just wanted to use it to make a pocket and decided not to make any more. So that's the one-off. There's one pocket from that, and there's a receipt. More of that Trivial or Global Pursuit game. This is from Slapjack, and I think there's another of these cards floating around in this journal. Maybe I already passed it, but these are both. This was from the same Happy Mail. This, which I said in the other journal, vintage card or ticket, and then there's the same ledger sheet and index card. And this page is upside down, I just noticed that. But it doesn't really matter, because usually they get covered anyway. If nothing else, it's very interesting to be upside down. Shows that it's handmade, right? Okay, so that's it. That is the end of both of them, and I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and hopefully it wasn't too long. Only 18 minutes, that's not bad. So yeah, if you have any questions, please just let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye now.